Hi everyone, I'm Forrest Urban and we're here in the Insectary again at the Natural History Museum for another episode of Lunchtime with Live Animals. I'm here with Crystal, our live invertebrate specialist. And today we're going to show you something that very few people have seen, and we are in our emergence case, our emergence chamber for butterflies, literally. And we have a few pupa here that have recently emerged that I wanted to show you. So these are some swallowtail pupa, giant swallowtail pupa. Pupa is another word for chrysalis. They're in their final stage of metamorphosis. You can see how they look like sticks. They're completely camouflaged in if they were to be in a tree-like environment. They're not here in the labs, they're not too camouflaged in. And we also have some blue morphos. So these are some empty chrysalids. They have already emerged. We have them in our Butterfly Pavilion and with Crystal back there behind me in that fly cage. And so today we're gonna have a special lunchtime with butterflies. Let's see if we can look at these more closely. Blue morphos are tropical species and they only feed on rotting fruit. This one is taking a sip from some honeydew that we have in here with her. You can see her proboscis that she has poking the fruit there. And so they only go to fermented fruit. Most butterflies go to nectar from flowers, but some have evolved to go to fruit, others go to salts, some go to dung, and some go to dead animals. And so this is another way for them to get their nutrition. Thank you, Crystal. But I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is super cool, and that's the special adaptations that butterflies have for flight and different ways that they use their wings. And so we all know that they use their wings to fly, but they have a whole bunch of other reasons why they use their wings. They use their wings like solar panels on a house in order to warm their bodies. And so sun comes down, it hits their scales of their wings, reflects the color that they are into our eyes. Blue morphos reflect blue. And then the rest of the heat goes into their thorax in order to warm their bodies up. Other ways that they use their wings is to make them waterproof. And so they live underneath the canopy of the rainforest where it rains really hard all the time, and they have a special wing structure that allows water to ball up on their wings and then literally roll off, so they never get soaking wet. As long as their wings are healthy, the water just balls up and rolls off, and it also takes any dirt that might be there as well. And so the scales of butterfly wings are super important. They give that color. They also help them be waterproof, dirt-proof. But as they lose scales, like say if these scales were to get rubbed off, then the wings get thinner and thinner. You can see the scales will literally rub off onto my hand like some fancy eyeshadow if I were to feel like eyeshadowing today. They get thinner and thinner, they lose their coloration, and then they can't be waterproof either. But they also communicate with all those different colors. And so they're saying all kinds of things. Some butterflies are using warning coloration because they have toxins in their bodies that helps them tell predators, don't eat me if you see these alternating bands of yellow and orange and black and red, because that means that I'm toxic. That means that if you eat me, you'll get sick and you'll regurgitate and you'll remember, I'm not ever going to eat an animal that has that striking warning coloration again. And so other animals also have this warning color pattern, because that's how nature says, stop, don't eat me or else you'll get sick. Other ways that they use their wings are to say, hey, I'm trying to look like another animal. Right? They're not intentionally trying to say, hey, I'm looking like another animal, but predator resemblance, or looking like something that's larger than they are and predaceous, gives them some sort of survival advantage. And so this is an owl butterfly, and we think that it's evolved this pattern of coloration in order to look like a larger predator, like an owl. They also use their wings to hear. So some butterflies actually have teeny tiny ears on their wings. This is kind of a weird picture, but this is what a teeny tiny butterfly ear looks like. Now, not all butterflies have evolved ears. Blue Morphos have evolved ears, and crackers, which we also have in the pavilion, have evolved ears. Crackers make a crackling sound. It's crack, crack, crack. And so the males will make this cracking sound in order to scare other males from flying into their territory. They're also using something called crypsis, right, or blending in. And so they're also trying to escape being seen by predators by blending into the habitat. So they don't have warning coloration. They're not toxic to predators. So if a predator were to eat them, they would not survive, and the predator wouldn't get sick. And so they're not using their wings to say, hey, don't eat me. They're just trying to blend in. Now, if we look again at the Blue Morpho, which has so many layered stories that we could tell about it, we just used this one to show waterproofing. Blue Morpho does a special something that we call flash and dazzle. I like to say it's jazz hands for butterflies, because what they do is when they're flying underneath the canopy of the rainforest, one side is this really tension attracting blue, while the other side is cryptic. And so as they're flying, they're flashing blue on and off, on and off, on and off. This makes it really hard for a predator that's on the wing to see what's going on. It's here, it's there, it's disappeared, where is it? And so then when it lands, it closes its wings up and disappears again. So it has all kinds of things going on. It's flashing, it's dazzling, it's cryptic. It also has the predator resemblance eye spots as well. So it's also trying to look like a larger predator. Other ways that butterflies use their wings. And we can look at this nanostructure here of a Blue Morpho to try to understand what's going on. This is their scales. This is a bunch of their scales that are laid down like shingles on a house. This is one individual scale. These are all the ridges on that scale. And then these are the nano ridges upon ridges upon ridges to help butterflies do all this communication. It's all a function of the wings. Let's look at some more butterflies that we have in here. We have the cracker that I just told you about. That's the one that's showing up right here in the middle. Here's the cracker. We can't actually see the little drum-like coiled structure that they have on their wings that they use to beat and drum and then amplify the sound. We can't actually see it. It's not visible to the naked eye. And then this is the side that would be blended in, or cryptic, the top side. And in the pavilion, they also are able to find spots where they can blend right in. They blend right into the mesh of the pavilion. You can see some of these in here are a little bit tattered. And so butterfly wings are also, thank you, Crystal, they're built to break. And so they're not innervated. They don't have a blood supply to them. So when they do break off a little piece of wing, they can't clot, but they also don't bleed out. But they're built to break. They're very, very brittle because they're big, they're gaudy, they're attracting a lot of attention to themselves from predators. But they know they're going to get attacked, and so they try to focus the attention here to the uncritical part of their body. They don't want to get hit in the mouth or the eyes or the antenna. They want to get hit in the wings, actually. And so it looks like right here, it looks like a bird beak imprint right here. I can imagine that this butterfly was attacked maybe by a bird, and the bird swooped in, grabbed that piece of wing, and then the butterfly was able to fly away. And then the bird got nothing, just a tiny piece of wing, and the butterfly was fine. That is a really amazing adaptation, I think. But they can't regenerate this. It's not going to grow back. And so as the butterfly ages, they do get more and more tattered. They only live for a couple of weeks. That may be a function of the fact that the wings are degrading almost instantly. when they emerge from their pupa. Well, that's all that I have for you today. I love talking about butterfly wing adaptations with you, and stay tuned. We'll answer your questions in the comments, and be sure to find us on our webpage, our Connects page, and our Live Animals Instagram page. Thank you so much.